Hi.
Hi.
Welcome to Two Tangled Skeins. It is December 22nd, 2012. We are episode 20. My name is Sue, also known as Crafty Knitter 7. I'd like to welcome returning viewers. Thank you for coming back and putting up with us, and welcome to any new viewers. Enjoy the ride.
Hi. And the world didn't end yesterday. Yay!
No. Our yarn is safe.
Yep, stash is safe. No zombies. Because, it was going to be the zombie apocalypse.
It was, totally. Sorry, I'm getting my project out.
Distracted. I'm Kari, also known as Jaded Knitter. And you can find us on Blip, iTunes, and YouTube, all under Two Tangled Skeins, TWO. And our show notes and show and everything else is up on our website, which is twotangledskeins.wordpress.com. And this is going to be take 2 because we just got a new camera.
Yay! Yes. And
a whole new system, actually.
Yeah.
And it didn't quite work the way we wanted it to.
Voices weren't aligning with the moving lips, and
really badly.
Yeah. Started off not too bad, then it was like, wait a minute, because luckily we watch our show before we post it. It's a good thing.
Yeah. Yeah, in this case it really was, because by the end it was really bad.
Yeah, so it took Shaun, an hour? Hour and a half to figure it out, and so we're recording at a lower resolution, so I think that's what he said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it works.
Yep. So let's shoot into FOs. Want me to go again, like the take 1?
Sure.
Okay. So, FO. I can't talk too loud because my husband might be in the other room, but it's the Jane hat. The Cunning Jane hat. It's knit out of TLC Essentials, orange, red, and yellow. The pattern is by Renee Peterson. It's on 6mm, which is a US 10. It's a secret Christmas present. So, I like the way it turned out. Take 1 didn't have the pom-pom, so hey, sometimes it's a bonus.
Yep.
So yeah, off it comes because it's not staying on my head.
I knit a couple of those out of the same pattern over the summer because we were going to see Adam Baldwin, which I couldn't remember the name earlier, who was in town.
You said Annette.
No, Adam.
Oh.
It's a guy.
Who is Annette?
I have no idea.
Okay, never mind. I'm just gonna...
He was in town for the Ottawa Comic Con in July, I think.
I think so.
So yeah, we got to see him, and 3 of us were in the audience wearing Jane hats because we're geeky like that.
It was awesome. You got a picture.
Yes.
Yeah, it's awesome. The other refinished object, I guess I can call it, is Shauns Scarf. I had only finished one side of the ribbing, and the other side was basically, there was no ribbing. But he asked me very nicely. He said, I love it, and could you finish it? I got about 1.5 inches in. I was going to poke my eyes out, so Kari finished the other side. So we have ribbing on both sides, and he absolutely, getting used to the new camera here. He absolutely loves it.
Sorry, I have fluff in my nose.
Oh, not good. You are in a room full of yarn, and you just pulled fiber out, so...
And I was squishing the fiber to my face, which probably wasn't helping.
And something else I just got off the needles because I considered it finished. I just bound it off the way it was. Is Boneyard Shawl by Stephen West. And it is knit out of Sirdar Snuggly and Sirdar Country. Really soft and squishy. Fits around my neck really well. I blocked it a little bit, but... So there, it's nice and squishy. I have a 2 cakes left, 1 of each. So I can make a hat and possibly maybe some fingerless mitts with it. So we'll see. But it's soft and snuggly. It's on 5mm, which is a US 8.
And that'll be nice and warm and whatnot.
Yeah, it's like...
I'm betting the Snuggly's the lighter of the 2.
I think it is the Snuggly is the lighter.
The Snugglies tend to be the pastels because that's their baby yarn.
Okay, yeah. I'm thinking back at the label. I think it is. And it's like, I don't even know what to call it, like a muted green?
It's not really a mint green, but it's kind of...
And the other one's not a blue, but it's not a green. But
the other one's a spruce green, like it's that spruce tree green.
Yeah.
And the lighter one, the Snuggly, is almost the pastel version of a spruce green.
Yeah.
I don't know what you call that, but...
Yeah. So those are...
Spruce light.
Those are things that are... off my needles, and pretty happy that I finished the hat within, I think, a week.
Yeah.
Not even a week.
Yeah, barely.
Yeah. So, Yay! It's
Yay.
done. So, your finished object?
YFO, give me a second because I'm, halfway through a row, which I could technically put down, but
Why would you do that? So
exactly. And I'm decently sure most of our viewers will understand that. There we go.
I'll just grab it.
Okay. There we go. Done anyway.
It's this.
It's just called the Baby Vest. It's by Drops.
Yeah.
They haven't actually named it yet.
See,
I've
she
got
put on some
buttons.
Is it focusing?
Yep.
Nice.
If you notice we're looking off to the side, it's because we actually have a real monitor now as opposed to just a mirror behind the camera.
Mm-hmm.
So we're trying to avoid looking off to the side, but it's distracting because we can see ourselves.
It'll get all fixed and it'll be...
Yeah.
We'll be able to do it.
The buttons are actually just attached to the top because I have it done with
little snaps.
Which you are not going to be able to see.
They're so small.
Actually, no, it is picking them up. There's one right there. They're just little tiny see-through snaps because I figured in knitting, when you do a buttonhole, it's very hard to get the buttonholes to stay tight.
Yeah, they get
over
really
time.
loose.
And this is for a 2-year-old who's, an active, moving child who's not really going to be the most careful with not pulling on the clothes.
No.
Because I'm assuming everyone's seen the little kid with like both arms in the sweater and the sweater up over their head showing, the entire belly button and chest to the world. So I figured kind of do the faux button on top so the buttons are just attached to it and snap it so it stays better.
It's really cute.
It is really cute.
It's for my coworker's daughter.
And I did it about 4 centimeters, so 1.5 inches or so, longer than the pattern called for, just because I wanted to make sure that she'd be able to grow into it, because it's going to be a little big on her anyway, wide. So I figured I might as well make it a little longer so she can wear it longer.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got this, there we go. Basket weave pattern on it, which really easy and simple, and I liked it. The Drops patterns are a little different than the standard North American patterns. I've heard a lot of people say they don't care for them.
Okay. Well, like you said, because they're not hand-holding.
Yeah, they're not. Most North American patterns you find have very, very specific instructions. It's like you do this way, and then you do this way, whereas this, it said cast on this number of stitches and knit rib for,
you can knit any kind of rib you want. They don't tell you.
Yeah, so. It doesn't say. So I did a 1x1. I think in the picture it was actually a 2x2, but I did a 1x1 just because that's what I happened to start doing. So it didn't have as much hand holding as the North American ones do, which I'm fine with, but I can see where some people would...
Going, huh?
Exactly.
Yeah, if you're knitting a huge sweater with cables and stuff like that, I've heard that they're pretty...
Yeah, they are technical. Like some of the more complicated patterns, you'll get like a North American pattern will have 20 pages and you'll have 5.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And half of that's...
This pattern was 5 pages.
No.
I thought it was like 4 or 5 pages.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yes, it was.
Yeah.
But one of those was the diagram.
Okay, right.
One of them was the basket weave pattern, and one of them was the front page that had the picture and what yarns and all of that.
Yeah.
So realistically, yeah, it was a page and a half of instructions, maybe.
Okay.
And one of the sets of instructions was work exactly like the front, except don't do this.
Basket weave.
Yeah, the basket weave. That was all it said because the back is, as you can see, plain.
What kind of yarn is it? Bernat satin.
It's Bernat satin, which is an acrylic. It's 100% acrylic, and I keep saying it's squeaky. It's
slippery. It has a sheen.
It has a sheen to it, and it is actually a decent yarn to work with. Like, I had no problems working with it. It goes across the needles fine. It's not too grippy, but it's not too... Like, satin yarns tend to be really slippy.
Perfect for baby items.
Oh, yeah, because this is and I put everything together, so it's literally throw in the washer, throw in the dryer. But it's squeaky. Like,
it's squeaky.
To me, it's squeaky, but I can't touch hot glass, so...
Yeah,
But, yeah, it wasn't really all that splitty or anything like that, so it was fine.
Okay. Cool.
I don't think I'd be able to do, like, an entire...
I know.
your size or my size sweater in it, but
No,
a
no,
baby
oh,
item.
no.
Yeah,
like
whatever.
a hat or some booties.
Yeah.
Or
But yeah, like I said, it's a nice yarn. It works well. So
yay.
so I
Want
guess
to move along?
we'll move on to the hose as opposed to the foes. This is my half-finished object because I have one done and one I'm just past
Different
heel turn.
lighting right now, if you noticed.
Yeah. Whoops. Yeah. I'll try and tighten that up a bit because I'm using her sock blockers as opposed to mine, and my feet are bigger. Because I forgot my sock blockers.
Ooh, I love the way it's focusing.
Oh, yeah.
We keep looking off to the side and down.
Camera has better focus. Yay! These socks are the Kitri pattern, which is by Lisa Grossman. Wonderfully written pattern. It has a lot of detailed instructions. It has like any of the odd stitches, things like the crocheted cast on. I've never liked crocheted cast ons because I never found they worked properly, but the way she explained it, I finally had that light bulb moment where I'm like, oh, that's why it wasn't working properly.
Finally good instructions.
Exactly. So really nice instructions, really well. I bought the kit for them at Rhinebeck over in October? Yeah.
Yep.
In October. Because I've wanted to do these for a while.
Yes, I remember when you bought it, you walked over and you were like,
Yeah. I was like, yeah, I got them!
finally.
Because I got the last medium large one. I should have actually done either the medium size, because these are done on 2.5s, and the large is 76 stitches. I do 72 on 2.25, which is a US 1. So these are a little big on me, but that's okay. I like my socks a little loose.
But you're going to have Christmas socks.
Exactly. These are my Christmas socks. So these are going to be done hopefully by the end of tomorrow.
Yeah, and don't forget to mention, did you mention the flat
No, I was getting there.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just going to look at the camera and be pretty. Pretty.
You sit there and be pretty, exactly.
Okay.
They're going to have a black lace part hanging down here with beads along the edge. The only modification I did, because this is the first time I've ever done a short row heel. I normally will do my standard slip stitch or eye of partridge. But it had, I don't know how well you'll be able to see it. It has a little fan pattern. Yeah. There we go. It has the fan pattern on the heel. And I really like that, so I actually did it the way it's specified. The only modification I made... Which is
very rare for Kari.
It is. The only modification I made was for the ribbing at the top, which the pattern calls for a knit through the back loop rib. And I got 5 rows in and said, screw this. And did a standard knit 1, purl 1 rib, because you'll never see it. This is going to be under black lace.
Hence
yeah. I can see why. You can see, and it's not going to show up on the camera, but if you do like a line of knit 1, purl 1, and you do half of them in the through the back loop, half of them the regular, the through the back loop actually makes a nice straight fine line.
I just find through the back loop hurts my wrists.
I just find it's awkward and I can't go as fast, which annoys me.
And, you know, if you're really not going to see it.
Exactly. Like for the rest of it, all of this fan, these lines for the fan are all in through the back loop.
Because it just makes it pop.
It does. It makes it pop out better. And it makes it a much more defined line. Like you can, yeah, you can actually kind of see, you can see over on the sides, better on this side actually, where the, you have like a defined line up on the top, and you can see where it's, there's definite stripes, and then it kind of goes into not so much. Well, the definite stripes, that's the through the back loop is what's causing that. But like I said, you'll never see it, so. And then I've got the second one. I'm first repeat past the heel on the second one. And I finally got the pattern memorized. It's only taken me like most of 2 socks.
Yeah, but you got it memorized for your other needle.
Oh, it's right
here.
there.
Don't panic.
Where is it?
We don't want to be sitting on a signature needle is what she's worried about. So
A friend of mine did that on my 2.25s. Suffice to say, it went through her jeans and she was bleeding.
Don't start because you have something else on the needles.
Oh, right, I do.
Because I don't want to cut you off and go on to mine, because then I'll be told, man, you cut me off, I wasn't done.
Not really. The other thing I have on the needles is a hat. As you can see, there are no actual needles in this. That's because the needles are on this side. This is a remnant, probably a fleece artist that I bought. It was unlabeled. It was just a remnant. And I figured, okay, there's probably enough to do a hat. There wasn't. It sat like right on the top of my ears, and
No.
there's no point. Really, there is no point. If it doesn't cover like my eyebrows and go down to my neck, there's no point. So what I did is I had a couple of balls of this blue, which is Cascade 128. It's their bulky, that I had used for a sweater for my mom. I'd done the owl sweater last year, actually earlier this year, for her. And what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to take out the color work that I've got at the top. I'm going to do the ribbing, a good chunk of rib in the blue, and then do the entire hat in this. And instead of recaking this, I'm just knitting straight off of it, because I see no point in recaking this when I can just knit from it. And these are done on 6.5 millimeter, which is a US 10.5, and the rib is a 4 millimeter, which is a US 6.
Yeah.
Yep. And other than that, I haven't touched anything else, but I'm off for a week starting Tuesday, because I do work Monday. I'm off until the following Tuesday.
That was a little close.
Sorry.
Yeah. You know, we need glass wall.
Or
Thunk,
something.
Thunk.
But yeah, I intend to finish up a lot of things. I want to get my even star done. I want to spin. I basically have plans to sit in front of my TV for a week.
And knit and spin and stuff. On my needles,
Sorry.
I have a slouchy. Do I even have the pattern? I think it's just a basic slouchy pattern that I pulled up. Simple slouchy hat. I don't even have by Rita Williams Hall. So basically it's just your basic rib pattern at the beginning, and it's just plain. So I got to do about, I don't know, 8 or 9 inches of that. You okay?
Yeah,
Okay.
I just got something in my throat and swallowed
some
it.
water. It's out of Art by Anna Dreaming DK, which she no longer makes anymore, but it's beautiful. It's in the Appletini colorway.
All of her yarns are absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
Like, I've got some of her lace weight. I've
And
had
it's
some of her party
on-
cakes.
Yeah, I have party cake. And this is the green. There we go. So this is the green I'm actually using, and this is the party cake she made for me. So
And her party cakes are all like a light color in the center, and then
Yeah.
they graduate out to a dark
I don't know
color.
if you can see it better on this. I don't know. They're both. So she did that. That was a custom order just for me.
And some of them are multiple colors, some of them
Yeah.
are single
Yeah,
color.
and when you knit them, it's just a gradient. They're really beautiful.
Yeah, they are.
And this hat is knit on 4, which is a US 6. I also have my Color Affection, which is, and I could have probably brought it in because this is take 2. It's downstairs. I have 11 individual rows to do before the edging, and I probably will bribe her with some pretzels to finish it for me. And I also have my vanilla socks, but they're both not in here, so that's that.
Yeah, I guess technically I have vanilla socks too that I forgot at home.
Yeah.
Along with, I'm really sorry guys, I forgot some of my, actually I forgot all of my stash
But
acquisitions
that's a
at
normal
home.
thing. You forget stash, and then, I'm acquiring way too much stash. Way too much. And so spinning, I know you're still spinning
I haven't actually touched my spinning wheel in a while.
and I'm spinning a loop bat that Kari gave me. It started off with the dark brown, and now it's moved to this beautiful copper, and you can probably see a little bit of sheen. There's a little bit of sparkle in there, so it goes from a copper to I can't do this. This is hard. To an orange, to a light green. No, to a yellow, to a light green, and then to a dark green. And so I'm on the second color, and it's absolutely awesome. I love it. The way that it just pulls out, and you barely have to draft it at all. Mind you, I'm having a little bit of a hard time getting used to it because I'm used to BFL, which has a longer staple. The Merino doesn't have a very long staple, so yeah, I basically wanted to finish the first color yesterday and almost killed my wrists doing it. So that's what that is. Excuse my reach. And so, stash enhancements. Do you want me to go since well, you've got one somewhere.
Yeah, but you might as well keep going.
Okay, I'll keep going. So I got I think it's my November.
I'm in the middle of a row.
The November colorway from Three Irish Girls, which I get through one of my friends. Thank you, Crystal. I love you.
So do I.
One of them is Second Star to the Right, which is this one here. So it's kind of hard to see. We normally record earlier, but obviously it's later now because we're on take 2. It's grays and like light blues. So, it wants to focus. So, and then the other one is called Wendy Darling. And it's got peaches, a little bit of purple, some light blue. It's a multitude of colors, so you can actually see that. And that'll be handed, right here because I don't quite like that color and she can have it.
I, on the other hand, do like the color.
The other thing I got was in the Ooh La La group. I was in a swap and I got this Yarn Hollow hand dyed by Rita Petty's, and it is a beautiful, colorful. It was in a cake when I got it. She caked it up, but I put it back in the skein because I'm not going to be using it probably for a while. So there's blues and greens and browns, and actually it's multiple of colors, but all the right colors for me. And this is 85% wool, 15% mohair, and it's Red Rocks and Spruce is the colorway. So,
yeah. And I got a skein of wonderful yarn from Stacy in my swap for our group. And I also got 2 skeins of, actually 2 skeins of Three Irish Girls from Diane. Thank you so much, Diane. And I will bring them for our next episode to show.
At the time, you hadn't gotten
I hadn't
any.
gotten
You have
any.
1 skein now, but now you can say you have 3.
Yeah.
We also got given to the show by Cloud Lover, which is Natalie. We want to thank you very much for donating to the show. We got a skein of yarn that's called Cypress. It's 80% Falkland and 20% bamboo. And it's these, if you can see her label there, I don't know if that'll pick it up. It's Cloud Lover, but it's these beautiful greens with browns and a little bit of gold tones, a tad of blue. But as soon as I saw it, I thought, oh, that's so me. And she donated some fiber, which Kari will show you.
This is the fiber. It is, what was it?
Merino.
It's merino, 100% merino, and the colorway is Aegean. And it does look a lot like the Aegean Sea, the colors are dead on. It's blues and greens with a little bit of like a purple mixed in, and it's soft and wonderful.
As soon as I
fluffy.
saw it, I was like, oh, this is so Kari. And then I bought from her a skein of Superwash BFL, which is called Poison Apple. So, yes, because that's what she does. So those are like greens with reds, and there's a bit of brown in there, and it's just soft and gorgeous. Yeah, okay. Other things? Am I supposed to be serious? She's like this all the time.
The worst part is, I'm like this off camera too.
Yes, she is.
And that's not going to stay on with
I'd like to announce a sale by Art by Anna. So she's going to have a Boxing Week sale starting on December 20. It was never good at that game. Which will start on December 24th through to December 31st. The code is capital BOX25. And you will get 25% off everything or anything in the shop. And she will be shipping it out only on January 2nd. So if you order something, don't panic. She'll ship it out when her shop... she's only reopening her shop on the 24th. She's on vacation right now, but she'll send it out as soon as she can.
Yep.
And another thing we wanted to mention was the Three Irish Girls blog, Yarnista, is having a special sale event for the Newtown... what happened to the Newtown children in the school down there. It's called Knitters for Newtown, and she dyed up 2 special colorways for that. And you can buy the yarn on any type of base that you want, and 20% of the cost, not the
It's 20% of the total cost of the yarn as opposed to 20% of the proceeds.
Yeah,
or whatever.
so she's looking to raise $10,000, and we know that knitters are going to unite, and we're probably going to exceed that because that's just what we do.
Yeah, and she does also. It's on the Three Irish Girls website.
Yeah.
If you go under colorways, it's right at the top, and there's 2 buttons, or 3 buttons rather. There's one for each of the 2 colorways that she's dyed up, and there's a third one that's just straight donations.
Yeah, yeah.
So if you'd rather just give money to it, you can do that, and it's going to the charities that are going to help out.
Yeah, and they're also doing a, we're going to be knitting up some squares to make 26 blankets for the mothers of those children who have passed away. And so there's a thread in the Three Irish Girls group about that. It's going to be 8x8 squares. The deadline to have them mailed is by March 31st, I believe. And so there's all kinds of information in there. Sharon from Three Irish Girls answers a whole bunch of questions that people have been asking throughout the thread, and it's fairly thorough. And if you don't get the information you're looking for, just PM her and she will get back to you.
And there is also a group that they started called Knitters for Newtown.
Yeah.
That has all of the information as well
Yeah.
on what's going on and whatnot.
Yeah, so that's, I mean, we're buying yarn because that's what we like to do, and I'm going to be knitting some squares too.
Yeah, so will I.
Yeah. We also still have some coupon codes that are good till the end of the year, December 31st, Zigzag Stitches. She has some awesome bags. Did you want to show the one you're using?
Actually, I am. I've got my squirrel bag.
Because I don't have one.
Because I just like saying squirrel! And this is one of her drawstring bags.
One of the smaller ones.
One of the smaller ones. I actually have a pattern in here, so it's not going to draw properly because it's literally full to above the line. But they're really well made. And, oops, dumping stuff out. They've got contrasting lining, or coordinating lining rather. And this one has squirrels! Because,
why not?
Exactly.
So we have a thread in our group, and the coupon code is all capital letters, 2 Tangled Skeins 10. And that's good, like I said, until December 31st at midnight. So if you want to get a really nice bag, she has a lot of nice, really neat fabrics.
Yes.
They're really cool. I got one with, it was green, and it's a beautiful green like my yarn, and it's got sheep on it. And I love it. It has my socks in it right now. The other thing is I have a coupon code on my website, which is SGate7, and I sell stitch markers, and I also sell cards, but right now there's no cards uploaded. I'm hoping to get some more up in the new year. And last week I had said the coupon code was 2 Tangled Skeins 10 because I had that in the brain, but it's not. It's capital TTS 10, and that's good until December 31st as well.
And both of these are Etsy shops.
Yes, Etsy shops. And also I bought a book. Because, why not? I've been wanting this book called November Knits for a long time. It's inspired by Changing Seasons by Kate Gagnon Osborne and Courtney Kelly.
Now, I have, and I knit something on the show earlier out of their first book.
New England? No.
Vintage Modern Knits.
Yeah.
And their patterns are really well done. Like the charts are really nice.
Look, how cute are those, Really, how cute are those? And then on the back they have these, the color work.
And I absolutely adore that pattern. Like, that's going to have to get
And I bought it for the sweater on the front. But if you go through, like, there's so many patterns in here. Like, there's this cowl that is absolutely drop dead gorgeous.
And it's reversible, which I love. Because
it's reversible. So if I turn the page here, you'll see, what do you call that, a herringbone?
Houndstooth.
Houndstooth, sorry.
It has a houndstooth pattern, a classic houndstooth pattern on it.
Yeah, so it's actually really nice. They're
well written, well thought out patterns.
There's the set. You can see it even bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a lot of stuff in here, and like I got it on chapters for like $15.
Exactly.
So there's a lot of color work in here, which is I want to dabble into. And then there's also,
cables and whatnot.
Mitts. So it's a really great book. I'm sure you can find it on Amazon too, but I got it at Chapters because that's our Canadian site.
Yeah, Chapters Indigo.
Yeah. And so that's pretty much it.
I think so, yeah.
Think we have anything else?
I guess the only other thing that we were going to mention is we have actually put, it's on that side, if you're actually watching this on our website, a donate button, and that's just if you feel like, throwing a bone our way,
It'll
go for
just
it.
help us out with the shipping or the free patterns that we give out.
Or the cost of the new camera.
Yes, we got a new camera. I just went on a whim and just said I'm buying a new camera, and Kari was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, she literally emails me at work going, yeah, we're getting this one. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, and you don't have to pay me right now or if ever, whatever. It doesn't matter. Just we need a new camera. So
Yeah, and we did because
So hopefully we got the sound issues and we don't have to do a take 3. So
that's probably not going to happen tonight.
and we also have one last thing to say. We want to wish everybody happy holidays. We hope you drive safely if you're out on the road going to visit friends and family, and
No drinking and driving.
no drinking and driving.
Take taxis,
have a good
stay at home.
time. Eat too much. All that good stuff.
All the
and
good stuff.
we might not record in between Christmas and New Year's. We're not sure. We're just going to take it as it goes. And if we do, we do. And so that's it.
Bye.
Bye.